What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of Black Widow, the newest Marvel Cinematic Universe movie that is directed by Cate Shortland. Now, before we begin, if you like this channel, awesome, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next. If you like any of these videos, awesome, hit that like button, as well as commenting below any video that you watch, including this one. So, just to let you know beforehand, this will be as non-spoilerish as I can make it. You know, this is Black Widow, the newest Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. It's something that people are extremely excited for, as they are with all Marvel movies, and people have been waiting over a year for this movie, so I will do my best to make it as non-spoilerish as possible. I do want to give a little bit of synopsis, just kind of give you an idea what this film is, but I will not give away any spoilers. I will do a spoiler review later on in the process, I guess you could say. So, set between Captain America Civil War and Avengers Endgame, this movie, Black Widow, is of course about Natasha Romanoff. It's about her kind of origin story or her back history, and it follows basically how she became Black Widow, why she became Black Widow, and how she eventually became an Avenger, where, you know, we see where she kind of goes with that route. And it gives us also a family dynamic. It introduces us to people like Yelena, who of course is played by Florence Pugh, Lexi, who is Red Guardian, who of course is played by David Harbour, and then we have Melina, who of course is played by Weisz. They also go up against a character named Taskmaster, which is a obstacle in the typical Marvel Cinematic Universe sense. And so with that said, that's kind of how I want to leave it when it comes to the synopsis. But this story is of course really fascinating because of the simple fact that it was originally supposed to start out the phase 4, I guess you could say, or whatever phase it is, of this Marvel Cinematic Universe, a new fresh start. The Infinity Saga has officially ended. So having a movie like this, especially with it being an origin story of Black Widow, her being one of the true first Avengers characters in the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, it felt a little rote to me. It felt a little weird because we know Natasha's role in this whole saga pretty well. The fact that this is set between Civil War and Infinity War makes it for a very weird positioning kind of take. But like I said, with the pandemic, it got pushed back many dates and so on and so forth. And it was also a movie that I kind of became a little too exhausted by all the marketing that I had seen. We already seen the trailers and the posters and all the Funko Pops and all the figures. They've all been put out by now. And so I was a little kind of downtrodden. I'm really excited for Eternals because I've only seen one trailer by now. But a lot of these movies have the unfortunate task of trying to build up, steam and excitement again. So being able to see this early, kind of getting my gist of what I felt about it, I was a little worried that I wasn't going to like it. I felt like it was going to be a step backwards. And so, yeah, I eventually was able to watch it early. Thank you, Disney, for allowing me to see it early, as I was really excited by this. And I'll be fairly honest, this might be one of my favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe movies in the entire catalog of Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. The reason I say that is this movie feels fun. It feels fresh. It's very toned down from everything we've seen before. Yes, there's big spectacle pieces in this movie. There's a lot of great action, but it feels very personal. It feels very fun. It feels energetic. I think the new cast of Florence Pugh and David Harbour and Rachel Weisz actually give this movie a lot more need of just fun new characters, fun new excitement. David Harbour is one of the standouts of this movie. Florence Pugh's, the way she acts and the way she kind of criticizes Natasha's role in this whole universe is really entertaining and really funny and really just kind of a different level that we haven't seen for a while. This feels like, if you took, the Black Widow character and moved her into a Phase 1 universe where everything just felt new and exciting. Yes, they reference like every single movie you can imagine in this movie, but there's something about going back to basics, going back to a smaller piece of material, to a smaller universe, that makes it actually give you kind of a breath of fresh air, a sigh of like relief. You were so on edge because you're holding your breath for like the most of the time, that when it goes back to these smaller versions of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, even though this is $200 million, I felt like this movie was just fun entertainment. It was fun popcorn. It was just fun excitement from beginning to end. And I don't know what Kevin Feige has up his sleeves. I don't know what kind of magic he produces. I don't know if he sold his soul to the devil. But to bring in a director like Cate Shortland to direct this movie, and Cate Shortland has never done a big budget movie. Actually, I don't know any of the movies she's ever done because nothing kind of registers me when I looked at her IMDb, is something something kind of truly amazing. She takes this movie and just runs with it, and I was so impressed that, you know, it's like watching the Russo brothers in the beginning with Winter Soldier. It's like, how the heck are they able to do this? What is in the system of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Disney that they produce such amazing films from directors that have never done stuff like this before? And I don't get it. I don't understand how it works, and I'm truly mesmerized every time I watch it. Look at like Taika Waititi with, of course, Thor Ragnarok, and it's truly impressive. I give Kevin Feige a lot of credit every time I talk about one of these movies, because it's mind-boggling how insane these movies can be and how just amazing they end up being in the long run. But I give a lot of credit to Cate Shortland. She really knocked it out of the park and does a really fantastic job. But that's kind of how I want to leave it with that piece of information with, of course, Cate Shortland. Like I said, beautiful movie to look at, beautiful score, cinematography is amazing. It actually looks a lot like Winter Soldier when it comes to cinematography. It has great cast, great acting. Everybody in the movie is on point. Like I said, the villains are a little underdeveloped, but that's not the worst thing in the world. And it also just gives a nice send-off to Natasha Romanoff, Scarlett Johansson's character. It really feels like they really kind of put everything together, put everything out there in the open, close the book on her character. Whether she comes back, that's a whole different story. You know, who knows after the Doctor Strange movie coming out, but it's definitely highly recommended, definitely one of my favorites, and I can't wait to talk about in spoilers on the whole what's going on, what I believe. And like I said, there is a stinger at the very end. I think there's actually one stinger in the whole entire movie at the very end of the credits, so stick around for that. But that'll do it. That'll be my take on Black Widow, at least the non-spoiler edition. Thank you so much for watching. Comments below. What are you looking forward to when you see this movie? Are you looking forward to this movie? What's your excitement level for the fact that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is finally coming back to theaters? Let me know. So there you go. Anyways, let me know in the comments. But if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.